We are at the Norisring for what will surely be one of the craziest races of this season. It's certainly looking that way. We have 61 laps of the Norisring ahead of us over the next hour and a half or so. We're just coming to the end of the practice session, so we'll take you through how practice has gone. It's currently Albert Trond at the top of the times. We saw him do really well in the Red Bull Ring. We haven't seen him since, really. But he's back now, and he's from P1. Domingo is currently P2, and Tredejo is P3. But as you can see from those times, the top 12 is separated by 1 second. This is such a short track. The margins are very fine. Let's take a look at Diego Domingo, as he's on a lap at the minute. He's coming through turn 1 at the minute, a very tight left-hand hairpin. Everyone should know Norisring by now. It's such a short track, it's so easy, you'll know exactly where someone crashes. This is chicane at 2 and 3, a lot of sacrifice through turn 2 and get a good run through turn 3. Use all the pavement on the exit. You can go right up to the wall, it's perfectly allowed. But you don't want to stay on that pavement because that turns into a brutal curve, as you can see there. Through turn 4 and break it for turn 5, the hairpin. That's basically it. Turn 6 is a nothing corner, that's all this track is. It's that simple. And when tracks are as simple as this, it's going to be a close race. We've got a big race ahead of us. I'll take you through the championship standings in a second when I've got them up. Because, yeah, I'm good at this. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. I'm really looking forward to this race. Ever since we announced it, Jack Olivier currently has a 31-point lead in the championship over Lowy. Lowy is not here today. Rubber, however, is. He's P4 on the times at the minute, P3 in the standings. Another 5 points back from Lowy. There's a TC Gaming in the middle of the hairpin. We could see bad rejoins just like that almost was in this race as well, so keep an eye out for that. Plenty of safety cars, plenty of action. Strategy calls could be made, especially if we get many safety cars. People could suddenly jump in for tyres. Not tyres, sorry. Yes, for tyres. It's been 2 weeks. I'm a bit rusty. But this track's so short, I could just go around and show you an overhead view. Here's the grid. Nice and wide, plenty of room for cars. And you see there, there's at least 5 wide possible. It's fine. I'm not even going to say that until it actually happens. As we head down the front stretch, it starts to narrow. There's a bottleneck. Oh, there was. There's no bottleneck on this one. But it will be a bit of a bottleneck when we get down to turn 1. This tight left-hand hairpin, as I said. People could get caught on that inside curb. No chance of any beaching. This is a street track after all, like we've seen in the past few weeks. Particularly at the Red Bull Ring. Very slow entry. There is a little bit of extra room on the exit. You see there, we could see cars used to full advantage, but you want to get a good run out of there and up towards turn number 2, which is all over here. The track adds a lane on the left hand side before we go to turn 2 and 3. As I say, you want to sacrifice a lot through turn 2, keep as close to the barrier as possible, and then keep to the right. Beware of the curve on the inside, on the right hand side, but that's unlikely to be an issue. Get as close to this checkered wall as possible on the exit and straighten the car out as quickly as possible and get on to this curb. It's slightly banked, you see it's a little off camber, but it provides extra breathing space for the drivers on the exit. You want to get off of that fairly soon. As I say, it's a nice chunky curb that will absolutely destroy a race if you touch it. A little bit of crunchy bikes. Okay, I'll switch bikes. Bear with me a second. Let me try this one. How's this mic? This might be better. I might turn it up actually. There we go. And then we head down to the final corner pretty much. Don't turn in too early. Again, more curb. We want to straighten out, take a late apex, and get the power down as early as possible because the run down to turn 1 is going to be crucial all the way through this race. We are underway with 20 minutes of qualifying. It's only a 50-second lap, if that. Here's the mad dash to the pit exit. Look at all the drivers heading to the pit exit. This is great to see. We've got 20 drivers ready to take on this 2.2-kilometre track. I might have got that wrong. In Nuremberg in Germany. What a scene. Ali Yardinger, as he likes to mention, is out first. Starting first, yes. Never finishes first. Apart from a couple of times. Not in AF1 at least. On to the front straight we go. Let's take a ride on board with this first hot lap from Ali Yardinger. Trader Joe's already spun off that. He's come together with Fonseca, it seems. Somewhere between turns 3 and 4. Back at the 100 there. Almost clipping through the barrier on the right, I saw there. But he's got loads of wheel spun on the exit. That's going to be a big problem. Heat up the tyres as well. Through to 2 and 3. Again, pulls it right. Well away from the wall on the left. Felt like you waited a very long time to put the power down coming out of turn 3. That's going to hurt him down towards turn 5, the next braking zone. Okay, he's braking really late and completely going wide and missing the corner. And he's almost lost the car again. Terrible lap from Ali Yardinger to start us off. That's what not to do. Let's see if we can find someone who knows how to do it. It's a 49.1. That's about a second down on what we've seen so far. Let's take a look at Charles Bertrand. He's coming towards the final, towards the line now. He's in a top times of 48.4 from rubber. Charles Bertrand, meanwhile, goes to 48.472. That is 9 thousandths of a second between the top 2 drivers. That's the margins we're talking here. When I mean fine margins, I mean fine margins. Riley goes to P6. TC Gaming P7. Now P8 as Domingo goes to P3. Mythic goes to P4. It's anybody's game. It's anybody's game at the top. We could see the same. We could see the usual suspects at the top, but there is higher chance at a track like this that some of the more unusual suspects, those who you wouldn't expect to see at the top of the times, or yeah, Domingo drifts it through turn 2. Interesting strategy there. Yali Yandridge actually goes to the top of the times with a 48.1. That's 3/10 faster than rubber. As rubber improves as well, but it's still 13 thousandths down on Ali Yardinger. Ratchet improves to P11, still 2 seconds off. Cano to P8. Ratchet has to leave the server. Ando goes to P12. Plenty of improvements going on at the minute. Did Diego Domingo find any time? No, he didn't. He lost 3/4 of a second. Lost 3/4 of a second in just that middle sector alone because of that drift. Let's take a look at Charles Bertrand. He's on a lap at the minute. We could see pit drivers going for longer runs in qualifying because there's not much fuel use. You can run at low fuel modes, low fuel levels for much longer. And the tyres are quite resilient anyway, so they can take going for so long. Purple first sector for Charles Bertrand according to that. Does improve, stays P3. It's a 48.380. That's about 2/10 off of Ali Yardinger and his pole time at the minute. Jake Feamstead goes to the pits. Vivolf's P6 at the minute. As I noticed by Mythic going to P4. He's looking like this week's unexpected climber. Yet to finish a race in this season of AF1. Through a variety of DNSs and DNFs. Now he's P4 on the grid. He was languishing towards the back of the grid anyway before his myriad of DNFs. I think he clipped the inside of the wall there at turn 3. We could see that a few times. And as a result, ended up crashing into the wall on the exit. So quickly his teammate at River Racing, Matty Labiak. As V Propofol goes to P5. Rubber 9 is the first man into the 47s with a 47.875, 3/10 faster than anybody else. Again, the top 9 separated by 1 second. TC Gaming drops just about into the 48s. Domingo improves to P5 as well. Any improvement from Matty Labiak? Yes, improves to P6, 48.521. Bertrand and Mythic stopped at exactly the same time. I'm wondering if there was a crash. Bertrand's gone straight on at turn 1. He looks... Wait a minute, what was that? Oh, curb. Oh, that's not turn 1, that is turn 5. Nice cinematic shot right here. Let's see. Roman Nesh. As I say, Lucas Faber in the Twitch chat says the tyres need 3 laps to get max grip in the rear and 4 for the front. So that's why we could be seeing some longer runs in this qualifying session. Domingo to P2. Still no one else in the 47th other than Rubber 9 at the top. Still 14 minutes to go in this qualifying session, and people are still finding some times. So plenty still to play for in this race, in this qualifying session. Fonseca improves to P12. Still yet to see a representative lap from Jacques Olivier and from Trader Joe, who's currently out of the server, it seems. Small improvement from Tokomotobo goes to P9. Every driver out on track except for Anto and, of course, Trader Joe, who's out of the server, as I said. Any drivers on any personal best at the minute? Yes, Tokomotobo is on another personal best. There he is in the grey car. Although he has lost 9/10 in the second sector and drifts on the exit. Drifts through turn 5 rather. On to the front straight he goes. Pull it tight through 6. No improvement this time, a 49.258, and he is in the 48. It was in the 48 at the minute. Propofol is slow. So too is TC Gaming. This is on the pit straight. I'm guessing he's waiting for a gap. As Propofol actually coming out and almost getting in the way of Roman Nesh. Roman 9 now leaving the pits. He's going to slow right down and let the driver through. That would be... I don't know who that is actually. It's Riley. Jacques Olivier sets his first representative lap time, but it's only P11. A 48.8 from Jacques Olivier. Fonseca improves to P12 with a 48.8 as well. I miss having my second screen with my driver tracker on it. I haven't got that at the minute. Or could I? Kind of could do. With that. See, V-Vol sliding at the time of the minute with a green sector. It's only half a tenth down on pole at the minute. Riley improves to P8. Good lap from him. This is another green sector from V-Vols. At least personal best of the times that he's... it's better than his best time. That's what I mean to say. Which means this could be a really big improvement from V-Vols. Could it be maybe top 5? No, P6, 48.4. Very good lap nonetheless. 48.463 puts him within half a tenth of the top 5. Current top 5 with 11.5 minutes to go as V-Vols then spins. It's Rubber 9 on top, followed by Diego Domingo, Ali Yadaja, Sharbatron, and by Mythic. Is Ali Yadaja. I'm on a personal best lap at the minute. The margins are incredibly fine through the first sector. The first sector ends partway between turns 1 and 2. For reference, and sector 2 ends right before turn, basically just before turn 4. That right kink before the hairpin. Which I realise on this track gives you one of like 2 options. Because here's a right kink into a hairpin, and there's the other right kick on the other end of the track. Truly unique track this. By Mythic coming out the pits. You see all the traffic he's having to deal with. There's a car behind, just stopping on track. That's Roman Nesh. Oh, almost gets in the way of, I think that's Riley again. No luck this week with the traffic. I mean, it's such a short track, and we've got 20 drivers on track, so yeah, it's not great. I'm noticing we still have no race control. So we might end up having this race without any safety cars. Max Lebeck improves to P6. Olivier back in the server, P14 at the minute, a second off. Propofol looking good in the first 2 sectors. He's just behind here. Here he is, coming to the line, going all the way to the left. So I don't think there is an improvement. A 48.497 stays P8. Can't be far off of Evil's. Okay, 400s. Togo setting some good laps as he heads into the hairpin. He's got traffic in the form of Redacted, but that could also mean a bit of a tow down the front straight. So, I mean, it's a very long front straight. It's basically half of the track. Well, certainly 40%. Does improve. P10 for Togo this time. Anybody else on a good lap at the minute? No. All that goes into the side of Redacted. Better hope Redacted wasn't on a lap. He was P9. He's P19 at the minute. Currently slowest. No, second slowest. Acoustico is currently P20. I think the drivers will be absolutely loving this, and also really, really hating it. Because it'll be a lot of fun until you're the one that's affected by the traffic. Rubber has decided not to go out again for a while. Meanwhile, Charbotron, I noticed, has set a purple first sector, and he's lost it all in the second sector. He found a purple first sector. By a 10, a 13-0. 13-0, that's the fastest first sector we've seen. Will he find some improvement this time? 3 drivers within half a tenth of a second in the battle for P2. And plenty of traffic in the way. He's got Jack Olivier who's on the apex of turn 1. He's managed to stop, I think, so he's out of the way. But he would have definitely have affected Charbotron there. Mythical Profile stopped on track. There's a lot of respect, I think, for a lot of these drivers, but still a bit of confusion about where to go. Can't quite decide some of the time, and it's causing some issues. But the intent is right. The intent is there. Interesting line through the final corner. I wonder if it's intentional. Here's Diego. You are allowed to cut the yellow. You are allowed to cut the yellow lines. Wherever you like. Rubber is coming out of the pits now. He's stopped on track, I notice. While he waits for a gap. Oh no, he didn't. He crashed. Charbotron messaging into the Twitch chat while racing, while driving, or while in the pits, doing this high intensity qualifying session. I will admit, it's a lot of intense. It's very intense. Top 15 within a second. What can V Profile do? You can tell he's about to start an outlap. He's gone for the widest line through the final corner to build up as much speed as possible coming down towards turn 1. Lots of different tactics here. He's got traffic in the way though. That is Charbotron coming out of the pits. He's missed the apex on the inside, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. A little cap of the wall on the right front, but again, not a bad thing. Charbotron out of the way. Profile trying to make use of a little bit of tow. Not much though when your driver's going that slow. And he has to back out and he's off into the escape road. Yes, that area is open. Let's take a look at Biomythic. He's coming. Well, he's heading out of the pits. Who's on a lap at the minute? Maybe Cano, but I probably missed the boat for him. Yeah, he's just finished the lap. Let's take a look at Cano. 49.1 on his most recent lap. Or am I wrong on that? No, I am right. Only 200s off. A little bit of traffic in the way there. That was I redacted. So yeah, towards the 2-3 chicane. I would love if Formula E raced here. Just saying, I would love if Formula E raced here. We should have done it. We should have done it in season 5. Oh, Cano has a little wobble there. Jack Olivier's on has done a personal best first sector and a personal best second sector, I noticed. Is it going to be enough? Currently, those times suggest it's going to be a P2, but he could lose a lot of time in the final sector. I think he could get a little bit crossed up coming out of the final corner. So P3 maybe? Maybe P5. It is P5. With a 48.273, Jack Olivier is in the game. 1/10 separates P2 to P5 now. Domingo, Yarmja, Bertrand, and Olivier. Indy Lights, that's a good call. I might keep hold of that. Another brilliant first sector from Jacques Olivier, 5,000ths off the pole time. Charles Bertrand giving him a little bit of toe just off in the distance. I don't know whether that might be have some effect. Maybe it's a bit too far. We are under 5 minutes away from the end of this session. Robin and Charles going wide. Hopefully it doesn't affect Jacques Olivier. Another good second sector here. This could be enough to make some improvement. Maybe take P2, as Alejandro has improved as well, I notice. It is P2, yes. 48.032. Still only one man in the 47s, and that is Rubber 9 in the lead. Jacques Olivier, 10th and a half down. Pulls over to the left-hand side. He's going to take a breather lap, I think. Or go to the pits. Yeah, tightest line possible generally helps here, except for turns 2 and 3, where you want to sort of sacrifice turn 2 a bit to get a wide line through 3. Jacques Olivier is now in the way. He's just impeded Matty Lebiak's lap, I suppose. Take a look at Alejandro. Got traffic on the right-hand side. More people coming out for their final, maybe. Might be the final runs. I say they need to do 3 or 4 laps before the tyres get up to maximum grip, as Lucas said earlier in the session. He's running out of time now to make some improvements. Even if you're a second down, there's still a chance that, you know, you'll be lapped. If we have a complete, you know, lights to flag, no safety cars, and all that, 61 laps, and you're a second down, you're going to get lapped. This race is 61 laps. 61 laps. Should take about 45 to 50 minutes. Alejandro on his next flying lap. He's got Diego Domingo, his teammate, in front. Hopefully not going to get in the way. No, he's buggered him. He's buggered his own lap there. He's gone. Diego Domingo, meanwhile, Charles Bertrand purples the final sector. Stays P5 though. Oh, and Diego's gone as well at turn 3. What of Jacques Olivier? Trader Joe is doing has the rest of the first 2 sectors. He's coming to the line now while we ride on board with Jack. He goes to P7. Awesome lap from Trader Joe. Jake Phoebes has stopped the train to go back to the pits. Just enough time to get out and do a couple of laps. Tyres might not be at maximum grip, but they will certainly be 99%, and maybe even 98%. Good tight line through there, but it is still a slower lap than its best. He needs to find a 10th and a half, and he's only got a couple of laps to do it. To the line for Jacques Olivier. How many? Oh, we got 2. Yeah, that'll do. 2 TV cameras is fine. And that'd be a good camera for lap 1, I suspect. That's not. Nor that. Okay. We'll find something. Might have to do F7 actually. Let's take a look at Cano. He's currently P18. As Olivier stopped the track, he's disconnected from the server. He hasn't got long to do. He hasn't got long to get back in though. He might lose out on P2 and a front row start. Cano to the final corner. Oh, loses the back end on the exit there. He was doing a good lap as well. That could have been. He was about 7/10 down, so he could have ended up with a top 10 there. But it's not to be. He has 2 attempts left. Let's take a look at someone else. Who else we got? Matty Lebiak has done a personal best middle sector. That's the most important sector, that middle one. Oh, drifting around the final corner. Nope, too far. Wall. He's got damage. And his session is over. Same. Oh, Mythic's coming in the chat with Thomas Cameron at the first corner. Propofol spun off. Anto stopped in the middle of the track. Why? I don't know. He probably shouldn't be there. Just saying. Jake Feemster is on a personal best first sector. He looks like he purpled the first sector, which is, well, of all the times that have been set on the board. Got some nice slipstreams, so maybe to the line this could be a good lap. No improvement here. He's got his teammate redacted in the way. It might be his teammate. He's got the same livery. 10 seconds left as they nearly rear-end each other. No one's really on any improvements. No lap time improvements at the minute. As time is up, Rubber gets the line just in time, I think. Yes, so Rubber will be the last person over the line. Next to the line will be Diego Domingo. Here he is. Oh, in the background, that is Vival spinning off. Clearly not a fast time, considering he's going all the way over there. Next will be Jake Feemster. He's out the final corner now. He's spun out the final corner. Next will be Fonseca and Bertrand. He's slow at the final corner. What about Charles Bertrand? He's got a good first sector on him, but not a good second sector. He needs a good third sector. No, he's slowing down as well. Why is everyone slowing down? They can still do their laps. Rubber has got a nice slipstream here. Is there any improvement? He doesn't need it. He's got the pole. No, he's gone for the pits as well. Anto goes to the pits as well. And Olivier is out of the server, so we're waiting for him to rejoin. There he is. Good timing. It is Rubber 9 that takes pole position for round 5 at the Norisring. Jack Olivier will start in second place, Ali Yardimger third, and Diego Domingo is alongside him on row number 2. So it's a Macca 1-2, followed by a Polaris 3-4. Charbertron starts P5, Propofol P6, Trader Joe 7th, Mythic 8th, Labiac 9th, and Vivolf is 10th. We'll be right back after this. Well, after nothing, but see you in a sec. This is it. The race at Norisring is just 50 seconds away. Let's take you through the grid really quickly from the back to the front, because I've only got 45 seconds. It is Felipe and Redacted on the back row, then Cano and TC Gaming, Anto and Fonseca. Then we've got Roman Nesh and Jake Feemster, Tokopatobo and Riley, Vivolf and Matty Labiak, by Mythic and Trader Joe. Then we have Propofol and Charbertron, Diego Domingo and Ali Yardimger, and it's Jack Olivier and Rubber 9 on the front row. We are 20 seconds away from the start at Norisring. We have no safety cars. We have no safety cars. So here come the lights at Norisring. Chaos will ensue from now. Fairly even start from the front row, but it is actually Jack Olivier's got a better start. Down towards turn 1. Get out from behind the building, please. There we go. Ali just straight dive down the inside. Didn't work. Rubber 9 takes the lead of the race. Otherwise, it's all clean. No collisions at all, really. Oh, for God's sake. Jack Olivier holds P2, but Matty Labiak passing Domingo for P6. Oh, and there goes, that's Charbertron. That's Charbertron spinning round, I think. Diego Domingo's gone round as well, so is Redacted. Domingo and Acoustico is spun round as well. I remind you, no safety cars because we have 11 admins and not a single one of them is able to do this. God knows why. Trader Joe is in third place in this race. What a start from him from P7 on the grid. Rubber and Olivier lead. They maintain that P2, that top two. Trader Joe is now third. Ali Yarnja is fourth. Vival's fifth. Labiak sixth. Fonseca seventh. Dogmatoba eighth. Riley and Feimster can't quite decide who wants to take P9 and P10. Oh, another dive bomb from DC Gaming. Oh, they don't. Oh, it's just a small touch on Riley. It's caused chaos behind. Jake Phoebus is struggling to get going again. As Anto spun round. Roman Nesh is involved in that as well. Maybe not directly. TC Gaming with a full-on dive bomb and takes 3 places. That'll definitely be looked at because it certainly wasn't safe, but well tried. I was told it was a dive bomb corner. I mean, I didn't even need to be told. I know it's a dive bomb corner. Dogmatoba down the inside of Mario Fonseca for P7. Makes that move stick. We're coming to the end of lap 2 of 61 here at Norisring. 48 sixes from the leaders. So they're going to clear off pretty early. Let's take a look behind this as Fonseca tries to get back past Dogmatoba, who's going for the outside line into turn 1. Not quite going to work, but will a cutback work? It could do here. Hello, that's a good... Oh, almost a good exit. He has to spin up the tyres. There goes that, but the opportunity will still be there in a lap's time. Behind that, Bertrand on his recovery is already coming along side by side with Propofol into turn 2 and 3. Not going to work, but here's by Mythic to try and take some advantage of this. Going to get a better rear view. There's the rear view from Bertrand. Mythic's right behind this. Mythic's having a look. He's going for it. He's still there. Hold your line. But here comes Riley. Riley's past Mythic now. That was a fairly unexpected move, I think. And he could do Charbotron here. Let's take a look. This is Riley's on board. Catching up to Charbotron in the slipstream. Trader Joe's past Alejandro. As Alejandro is trying to do another dive bomb into turn 1, I suspect. He's got the inside line for turn 3, though. Turn 2, though. He can hold the line and maybe get the inside for turn 3 for Trader Joe. Yes, he's gone for it. Well held. Trader Joe maintains P3. Ali Yarnja will try and take that position back. And he will do. He's already down the inside towards turn number 5. No, he's not. He's backed out of it. He's gone for the move later on instead. Up and under. Job done. Or is it? Trader Joe will try and fight this one to the bitter end. And there's still like 56 laps to go. So let's take a bit of patience. Or maybe not. Either or. I'm happy for this to go a bit crazy. Got no drink, but I can take it. Down the inside goes Trader Joe into turn number 1. Not going to work. But Ali's just opened the door for turn 2. No, Trader Joe thinks better of it. Good exit from 3, though. Could there be a move into 5? Ali's known for his moves into turn 1 already, I can tell. So will a move into turn 5 be wise? Not this time, but he's got to get a good exit out of there. Ali spins up the tyres out of turn 5, so here comes Trader Joe, surely. Fonseca spun round. He's side by side with TC Gaming, who passes him. Switch back to this quickly. Snap back to reality. Here comes Trader Joe. Ali Yarnja. Oh, a bit of a pink moment for me there. Down the inside he goes. Locks up. Ooh, forces Yarnja to not take the cutback, which was definitely an option here. Trader Joe maintains P3, spins the tyres through 3, almost spins it. There goes Yarnja back in front. V-Wolves is behind, and so too is Labiak. Propofol on Tokopatobo for P7. Meanwhile, here's an onboard. Onboard's just the best camera to look at this for this, I think. Propofol forces Tokopatobo to go defensive and sacrifices his turn. He's almost spun himself out while tagging Patobo. Well, there goes that move. Charbotron, meanwhile, has made 2 places on this lap, and he's right behind Mario Fonseca. I'm going to run him over TC Gaming because he's looking quite racy. He's looking to get past Charbotron as Trader Joe went for a dive bomb into turn 1. He's gone way wide and he's been passed by V-Volters now as well. Labiak's going to try and make a move as well. Trader Joe had a wide line out of turn 1, which means he's got a longer run towards turn 2. So he's going to be at a higher top speed coming into the corner. Not close enough. Better exit through 3 though. Taps the rear of V-Wolves. Looks to the inside. Go for the dive. Go on. He's still there. V-Wolves is forced wide. Trader Joe goes for the inside. Is the move done? Maybe not. But here comes Labiak. What can Lebiak do about this? There's a move to the right. There's a move in the middle now. There's a gap down the middle. He's going for both of them. It's 3 wide. 3 wide towards T1. This can't end well. Lebiak thinks better of it, but Vivolves actually goes really wide, so he's going to lose out on that position. Trader Joe takes P4. Lebiak P5, Vivolves P6. Vivolves has got a good run out of turn number 1, though, because he had the longer run out of the corner. Vivolves has got the inside for the corner. No, he hasn't. He's backed out of it. If this is 60 laps of me just talking consistently fast, I'm happy with that as well. Away we go. Down towards turn number 5. Vivolves already looking at a move on Lebiak. Didn't go for the dive bomb. Oh, he has gone for the dive bomb now. Way too deep in the wall. That was never going to work. Way too late and in the wall for Vivolves. Jack Olivier, meanwhile, this has been brewing slowly. It's half a second. Olivier was 2/10 faster on that lap, and in fact, Ali Yavji was faster than the both of them, just. In fact, matching Jack Olivier on that lap. So this could heat up a little bit later on in a 3-way battle, but it's a 2-way battle there for the minute. Propofol, really close to Tokomotobo. A dive bomb move, again, is really, really possible. Tokomotobo went for a really late defense there and forced himself wide and actually lost a lot of time, because now Propofol's on his gearbox almost. You can count the LEDs on Tokomotobo's diffuser right now. And I believe it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 10. Switch to this. Propofol goes to the outside at 5. Oh, inside doesn't quite work. Switchback doesn't work here, but down the front straight we go. Propofol's got a much better exit than Tokomotobo. They almost bang wheels coming down the front straight. Couldn't be closer, really. Let's go for the F5 camera just to show you how close they are. Tokomotobo is still there. Goes for the dive. Does he go deep? No, he hits the apex perfectly. Wow. Oh, Propofol to back out of that. Almost tagged Togo's rear and gets a bit flustered on the exit and spins the rears. Mythic and Charbatron still side by side. It's about for P11 at the minute. Charbatron started really well for this race, but got caught up in some lap 1 carnage. Turn 3 it was. TC Gaming had to... Oh! There goes Smith again to the wall. I think some confusion with a slow Thomas Cameron there. And Mythic just turned in on Bertrand. And he's the one going into the wall. Jack Olivier and Rubber side by side. They bang wheels into one. It's all kicking off in this race. Battles all the way through the field. And I hope this continues for the next 50 laps. Olivier looks like he's heating his tyres a bit. He's spinning the rear through 2 and 3. Not stable at all. Tokomotobo has retaken P6 from Propofol. I think Propofol went for a dive into T1. Didn't quite come off. Vivolves is here, though. You can see him right there. You can see both of those cars up ahead. Oh, bang on the wall there. Propofol violently moves to the left, then switches to the right. It's kind of a dummy, but not really. It's more of a change of plans than a dummy. Bit of a cautious exit from Potobo this time. Here comes Propofol. Going to the right-hand side again. Let's take a look at Vivolves in all of this. You can see he's got a bird's eye view of this. Any demise from the 2 in front will be his gain. Anti-demise, if you will. Potobo! 2 very strange lines through turn 1 that still came together. No touching between the 2 of them. A lot of respect, it seems, between these 2 drivers at the minute. Some hard racing. As I say that, Potobo has to back out of that one. Propofol's right down the inside. Here's Vivolves! He's turned around Potobo! Good save from Togwa. Vivolves went for a gap that was not there. Sounds very cautious into turn 5. Okay, let's just back it up. Let's back it up and slow it down. And we're out of the corner again. Jack Olivier still half a second away from Rubber 9 in the lead of this race. The 2 Macca drivers will probably want to keep this fairly calm for now. TC Gaming losing out to Jake Feemster meanwhile for P12. Jake Feemster was a second faster than Thomas Cameron on that lap. So surely an easy move there. Barry Fonseca's right behind this, but so too is Mythic and Cano. They're all in this battle as well. This is a 6-car train in the battle for P11, headed by this man Charbatron. There's the view behind. Oh, there's been some collision there. I think Jake Feemster, that's not Jake Feemster, that's Fonseca, who's come off slow from that corner. Vivolves dug it. Potobo's in the wall! Pedro's behind the wall. Came together with Riley, it seems. I think that's right. He was slow. I can see a grey car slow off the corner. Diego Domingo is going to try and pass Riley here. We'll look to the inside. No, Domingo's way too deep there. Almost tags the rear of Vivolfs. So we'll go behind and loses not really much time in the end, but certainly doesn't gain the place. Togo Matogo in his recovery is already passed by Mythic. He's up to P13. Mythic's going to try and dive into turn 2 and does so. Keeps P13 for himself. Oh, tap on the wall there. I suspect there might be a little bit of suspension damage by the end of this race. Maybe a bit of front wing damage as well. Could cause some issues. As Labiak and Trader Joe are side by side, this is for P4. Trader Joe's got the inside. Labiak decides not to turn in because Trader Joe's gone deep and practically stops, parks the bus. If ever there were a demonstration of what parking the bus looks like, it's right there. Which means Trader Joe maintains his P4. Domingo, side by side with Riley coming through turn 1. Riley keeps P8. Domingo tried the same thing he did last lap, to no avail. Labiak now goes past Trader Joe into turn 5. Trader Joe's got a much tighter line out of turn 5 though, so he's going to take that P4 back. There's still a wheel side by side, so down the front straight we go. We'll go for F5 cam again. Side by side. Trader Joe breaks earlier, lets Labiak have that position, but Trader Joe's going to just sneak up the inside again. Rubber and Olivier. Nose to tail. Bad line from Rubber, or at least a much better action from Jack Olivier out of turn number 3 and towards the hairpin at 5. Could he take the lead of this race here? He's got lap cars coming up as well. It could make things interesting. Olivier briefly takes the lead. He spun! Rubber will retake the lead. Alejandro's nowhere near. So it will be Jack Olivier that keeps P2 for now. Trader Joe's back down the inside of Labiak and takes P4. Labiak's going to take the toe straight away, straight in the slipstream, down the front stretch. Not really expecting much tyre wear, so lap 30 will be the time for the stops. Oh, Matthew Labiak just blocking off that move for Trader Joe. Nesh is off track at the minute. He's coming off at the exit of turn 1. Labiak's got P4 now ahead of Trader Joe. He will not give this up though. Trader Joe's been driving stunningly in this race, as he did in Hockenheim a few weeks ago. It seems like for now there's some semblance of stability in this battle for P4, but Trader Joe will certainly try and correct that. Or at least return stability in his favour. Down the front stretch once again. Trader Joe in the slipstream heavily. 3/10 slower was Trader Joe. He goes for the outside line this time. Cut back is definitely an option. Goes for it. Is there quite the overlap there? Is Labiak. Loses the rear a little bit. Trader Joe has to take evasive action, but will take P4 coming into turn 2. Gets a bit scared because he sees Labiak almost next to him on his car radar. Jake Feems has dropped behind 2 places. This is the battle I want to see right now, actually. This is the battle for P8. Riley, Vivos, Feemster, and Domingo. 4 in the battle for P8. As much as I really want, I kind of want to see the Trader Joe Labiak battle. 4 cars in altogether. Switch back. They're side by side again. Okay, same story. They're just playing the hits now. Beef's just got the inside of Feebles, but doesn't make the move stick. Domingo's got a better exit though. Labiak, yep, down the inside. Trader Joe does the switch back. Yeah, okay, we get it. Try something new. Lever's going to hold the inside of T2. How long does this keep going? It's just a routine. Oh, back inside side pods. Trader Joe keep P4. Meanwhile, Feemster has a spin there. Full on spinola. Is anyone going to go into the side of him? Not at the minute. He's got the track position. He's got time to spin back round again, and does so. So that's spaced out the battle for P8, which means I can switch to this battle for a little bit. Actually, that lead battle's quite close as well, but we'll switch back to this again. Labiak will go for the onboard this time. More cinematic onboard. Target locked, car 19. Down the inside, another tap between the two of them. At this point, rubbing is racing. AF1 races are about 45 minutes. The races themselves, roughly 45 minutes. Trader Joe has got a good exit of 3 as well, so he's going to get down the... he's going to have the inside for T5. Bit of a lock up there. There's Labiak almost touching the rear, and I think he did so there. Here's the run down the front straight again. Nothing to separate these two, literally. It's like, in fact, over the line it will be... Yeah, can't even tell the difference. They're both level pegging completely. Vivolts has spun. He's gone too wide at turn number 5. Meanwhile, at the other end of the track, Labiak takes P4, but again, he loses the back end a little bit coming out of 1, which gives Trader Joe an opportunity into 2, which he will take. Or try to take. It's not going to work. Switch back for Trader Joe. Oh, you know it. Better exit. Goes to the left. It's just great. Honestly. Goes for the dive bomb this time. Or goes wide. There's another switchback. Back goes Matty Labiak to 4th place. What a battle. What a battle. Nose to tail between the leaders. But again, Jack Olivier feels a little bit more unstable coming out of slow corners than Rubber does. And this track is nothing but slow corners. Down the inside, dive into 2. Oh, they almost touch again. Still nose to tail. Goes to the right. Olivier's going to have the outside for turn number 5. Don't lock up, don't go deep. And you might have a shot here. Better exit is necessary. Gets it. And down the front straight they go. These are 2 Macca Racing drivers. 2 different teams of Macca Racing, but they are the same franchise, I suppose you could call them. In the same stable. Robert got the inside line on Jack Olivier this time. Olivier's going to hold the position for now. There's no room there for Robert to squeeze into. But out of turn 3, good line from Rubber. Whoa, I thought it was a spin there. It wasn't, that was ping. Olivier keeps the lead. Rubber's going to be in the slipstream once again, down the front straight. Towards turn number 1 as Trainer Joe gets back past Labiak, actually. I can't do 2 battles at once. Where's me picture in picture? I can't. Trainer Joe to the outside. Uh-oh. I think I've just seen some bad news about Vettel, by the way. Trainer Joe takes P4 back off of Labiak. How long is that going to last? Whoa! Trainer Joe into a back marker! That's my bad. That's my shoddy camera angles. I apologise for not seeing that in advance. Trainer Joe ruins Felipe. Poor Felipe. It's really a good race in P17. He's had a theme still redacted behind, and Roman Nesh who's 30 seconds back from all of this. There's the battle for P17. Probably folds it sort of in the middle of it. Domingo really close to Riley. Now that is how you do a camera shot. Trainer Joe has managed to catch and pass Matty Labiak, who's acting by some significant margin. I wonder if he's got any damage. Because no way, that's the biggest gap I've seen between these two for a very long time, I think all race. We're on lap 26 of 61. Pit stops should be coming in the next 5 to 10 laps or so. Domingo down the inside of Riley will take P8, surely. Unless Riley gets a good exit, which he does. Definitely does. side by side, down the front straight. But, I mean, how many times have I said that in this race? If anyone's got Josh commentary bingo, you've run out of ink on your bingo dabber just from stamping that square over and over again. Propofol's getting quite close to Matty Labiak here. It's about a second. Let's take a look at Battle for P13. It's TC Gaming against Cano. P for 3 and 2 points respectively in this championship. Oh, Domingo and Riley have come together at T5. Oh, there's people in the way. Be careful, Diego, with that rejoin. But he's got it safely, but he's going to rejoin in P13 probably. Oh, spin turns. Okay, so it's safely ahead of TC Gaming. Now would be the time to pit, I would think, from Diego Domingo. Or for anybody. Take the pit stop. Still super close to what is now Diego and TC Gaming in a 3-car battle. As Redacted gets out of the way, 19th and a lap down on even P13. Bertrand, the first driver to dive into the pits from P7. Mythic follows in P16. Anybody else going to do the same? Yes, Redacted is in. Not even a half distance, yes. This is quite early pit stop, but could be... I don't know, it could be a good idea. Undercut could be crucial if you can get into some clean air, which is tricky to judge when you haven't got a race engineer telling you, okay, there's a gap here, we should box through this gap. You come in, you take your tyres, you come out, you see where you end up, you deal with it. That's how it is in AF1. I don't think there's any league, any esports league on the planet of this sort of level, you know, amateur, sort of slightly above amateur level, who has the manpower to do race engineer for everybody. For all the teams to do race engineers. Be great though, but ah well. Why am I getting tired? This is an incredibly enthralling race. Rubber 9 into the pits. He's lost 2.5 seconds to Jack Olivier. He's known in this season for pitting early. This is probably the latest he's pitted all season, actually. Normally it's sort of about 5 or 6 laps before half distance. Scaled up to the level of Norisring. Because his tyres go off very quickly. And he struggles in the second instead, who's this? Profile trying to get past Redacted. A lapped car. Meanwhile, a bit of a melee going on. Vivals is up there with top of the turbo. My voice is going. I can't do this. I can't do this! Fonseca and Domingo. Running more with Fonseca. As we head down towards turn 1. Domingo goes defensive. Actually goes into dive bomb and almost taps Vivals. So close. As Labiak takes P3 back off Credit Joe. Neither of them will take to the pits. Labiak shuts the door firmly through turn 6. But that means nothing when you're on the front straight. Labiak's got the inside for 1. He's kept it, but he's got a bad run out of turn 1 because here comes Credit Joe. It always seems to be the car behind that gets the better exit from the corner. Just a curious observation there. Out of turn 3. Olivier is into the pits now. Robert is currently P6. Robert is currently coming through turn 3. Olivier's in the pits. We'll keep an eye on that one. See if the undercut has worked. Cano has come together with Anto. Cano's come together with his teammate and Anto, in fact. At turn 1. Olivier's in the pits. Where's Robert? Robert's coming out the final corner. Olivier's on the move now. There goes the P, so he's out of the pits. Where is Olivier? Well ahead. There he is, going through turn 1 now. He's gone deep, actually, as rubber. The gap is about 3 seconds. It's Ali Yarmja that leads this race. Matty Labiak is P2. Olivier's third, rubber is 4th. I wonder if Yarmja will try to extend this stint even further. No, he won't. He'll be straight into the pits. Ali Yarmja into the pits from the lead. Labiak will likely follow suit then, since we are at half distance. You can already tell by the body language he is. Careful with that pit entry, because it is a bit treacherous. A little bit. Vival's right on the back of, yes, Togmatogo. Goes from the outside into turn number 5. There's still no car there in front of him, so he must have got the move done. And he has, easily actually. Went into the pits, dives into the pits. Full send there. Domingo will take P4. Jumps ahead of Matty Labiak, but he hasn't stopped yet. Trader Joe has rejoined with a car between Labiak and Propofol. Almost rear ends him. Trader Joe, you give me a heart attack every time I watch you. Roman Nesh has retired from the race. That's Labiak. He's got TC Gemi just ahead, who is just about to pit, and he does so. Same too for Domingo and Fonseca ahead of him. So Labiak will take P4. That's a net P3 because Yarmja is yet to stop. Or has he? Or has he? Has he stopped? Because he was ahead of the lead two by about 11 seconds. So has he stopped? Or has he spun? He has. Ali Young just pulled a blinding move. He's pitted and he's come out ahead of Labiak and, well, anybody. Propofol's come out of the pits in P5. So the only person yet to stop in this race is Felipe. Which means to say, well, what a move. What a strategy call from Ali Yarmja and V Propofol to take P3 and P5 from the pit stops. Undercut must be incredibly strong and nobody seems to realise. Yeah, so I had my head turned away for a second. I had to look at my other screen. Oh, my voice is a bit hoarse. After 35 laps of a bit of just... I haven't even done much screaming in this race. It's just non-stop. Good racing. Oh! As I say that, Domingo rear-ends his countryman and rejoins in front of the leader! It's Alep Jack! What was that from Diego? This could flip the race on its head. It won't because it's too set. Why did I scream? I'm doomed! My voice won't make it! I don't think I've ever... Normally with these sorts of races, my voice is gone. Oh dear. Normally with these sorts of races, I get like 30 seconds between each lap to rest my voice. But it's not working. It doesn't work here for a second. I will try my best to make it to the end. But it's dying. I've got to go to work in the morning and talk to people. Fonseca is behind Diego Domingo now, who's rejoined at P10. These guys are now a lap down. Propofol's within 4/10 of Matty Labiak. Let's switch to that. As I take a couple of breaths to try and get my voice back a little bit. And in fact, that works a little bit. Propofol's going to have a look. Goes to the outside of Labiak, who defends. I love doing this. Oh, Labiak into the... Oh! I can't even do a normal scream. It's like, oh! Labiak does the fastest lap. Bad run from Labiak out of turn 3. Propofol will take advantage of that, and here's Acoustico rejoining badly from well, not badly, but he rejoins after a bad period. At turn 5, Labiak is now going to hold P4. He's got slipstream from Felipe, but Propofol's got a lot more slipstream from Matty. To the outside goes Propofol into turn number 1, but Propofol's got Felipe in the way. Has to dive out the outside. Labiak will hopefully keep P3, P4. Actually, probably won't, because side by side, again towards turn 2, Propofol takes P4. But Labiak's going to have a better run through turn 3 because that's just how these chicanes work. It's great. Better exit. So close to the wheels there. Into the hairpin we go. Diego Domingo to the fastest lap, 48.301. Oh, very close again. Propofol being super defensive. Out of turn 6. Goes onto the apron. Oh, a little movement there just to scare Matty Labiak a little bit. Almost like a dummy, but a defensive dummy. And here's Trader Joe. And Charbatron's not far behind that as well. He's got Felipe in the way, but here we go. Oh, Labiak having a moment there. Had to correct. Propofol's almost going side by side. Oh, Felipe and Charbatron coming together. And he's hit the leader. No, he's not. Who's he hit? I don't know who's he hit. I don't know who he's hit. Where's the track map? Anto. He hit Anto. Okay. Whoo. And breathe. Why? He hit Anto, who's in P16. As terrible as that is, it's not as severe as if he hit the leader. Oh, they've both gone deep. Labiak keeps P4, Propofol P5. Trader Joe can't get a good one out of turn 1. Can't get a good enough one to take an immediate advantage. So no move is available into turn 2. What about turn 5? Got to get a good exit though. Doesn't really, loses ground. This battle's still going. We have 21 laps to go. We're on lap 41 of 61. Oh. Fastest lap for Ali Yadrin, 48.241. Propofol goes deep into 5. Trader Joe follows him. I can't wait to have a drink at the end of this. Matty Labiak. He's got some breathing space now. In fact, he's done a personal best on this lap. Proceeds to go deep and almost gets rear-ended by Propofol. Trader Joe will switch back down the inside. What? That was a collision. I thought that was Peen. Trader Joe's been spun off. Trader Joe and Propofol come together on the exit of turn 1. Meanwhile, because that battle's over, Bertrand and Riley. Fastest lap for Domingo, 48.208. I mean, this is Jack Olivier's season, let's face it, this is Jack Olivier's season at this point. He's cleared off, but behind it, there's some excellent racing. Why do you need to do highlights of AF1? I'm right here. I mean, well, you can still do the stream. Charbatron goes deep into turn 5. Here comes Riley. Nope, not close enough, but here comes some slipstream. Switch quickly back to TC Gaming and Turbo Turbo. That's that move. Here's this. 10th faster for Riley over Charbatron on that lap. Charbatron's looking really strong, but he hasn't got the results today. Full on send for Riley. Way too deep. Charbatron takes P7 back. I feel really sad that there's not enough spectators. Because I put everything into these streams every week. It sucks there's not more people in this. In these streams. It is great to see the people that are here. But I miss the days where I could get 40 people on one of these streams. Hell, there was one time we got 87, I think it was. I'm hoping it's a summer thing, and we'll be back in September-ish with some excellent viewership, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in September. This could be my final season of AF1 streaming it. I doubt it, though. Considering my future career, if I'm screaming a lot, I'm going to be terrible on Monday mornings. Labiak just sort of barges redacted out of the way. Or was that Feemster? It might be Feemster, actually. No, it was redacted. Because he's got a bird's eye view of this battle. Provofol's caught back up to Labiak. River Racing is currently right near the bottom. I think P12 or P13 in the team standings. With only, I think, 19 points behind them. They need this. They need these points to get further up the table. Slipstream this time for Propofol. Is he going to be close enough? No. No, he's not. Wall, Propofol, surely there. Still some super fast times from the front group. Yardam just not out of this, you know. He is faster than Rubber, 4.4. Keep an eye on that gap. 4 seconds. Rubber to Yardam. Keep an eye on that gap. Because I will forget. Somebody tell me in 5 laps what the gap is. if I forget to mention it. There's still places to be won in this race in AF1 at Norisring. It's round 5 of season 7. Personal best for Rubber, Younger 10th slower. 48.2 to 48.3. Oh, bad run from Labiak, bad exit. Here comes Propofol. I'd love to race it, to be honest, but I feel like I'm going to end up having to do race control full time. I'd much rather stream it because it's a lot of fun every week. Because that's Cano. That's Cano, his last point there. Do you remember when I said cars can't get beached in Norisring? Well, clearly I'm an idiot. Because Cano has beached himself on the exit of turn 1. Wow. Okay. Well played, Cano, for proving me wrong there. Well played. Out of the final corner for Propofol. 3/10. Here's the gap. That's what 3/10 looks like. It's about a car's length. God, I would have loved to see what this race would have been like with some safety cars. We would have had definitely at least one from the start of the race. And he switched back. Oh no, not going to happen. Propofol spun the rears up. That's what happens in these sort of pressure-induced battles. You get trigger happy on the throttle. We saw it a lot in qualifying, where people were trying to get every last thousandth they could out of the car. Propofol has a look at a dive. Nowhere near. Squeezing every last thousandth means testing the limits of your car and seeing how much you can push that throttle pedal coming out of the corners. There's 3 main traction zones, obviously turn 1, turn 3, turn 5. You get them right, you got a good lap on your hands, but you still got to get the line right, you still got to get the braking right. There's so much on such a small track. There's so much to consider before you can even consider getting a good time. But it's easy. It's easy to get a good time, relatively speaking. I will point out, I didn't even realise this, but I will point out Mythic has retired from the 4th AF1 race in a row, and is still yet to finish a race this season in my team. I'm sure you're watching with it. Care to make a comment? Mashing down the gears. Down the gears into turn 1. Oh, that's going to get clipped. Into the closing stage of this race. We're into the last into the last 11 laps of this race. 51 off, 61. Olivier leads by 2.8 seconds over Roberts, 3.1. Down inside goes Profile in turn number 5. Ali Young is back in P3, 4 seconds back. Where's Labiak to respond? Propofol's got that P4 for now, but he's already gone way to the right hand side. Trying to defend, he now goes way to the left to defend. Side by side into one. Propofol might break later. He will. He's got the inside. Better run for Labiak. Clearly less wheel spin at least. Who is your driver of the day? Gotta ask it. Who is it? Fonseca has spun at turn 5. No one else in the way. No one anywhere near. Togotoba's right here. Actually, he might take a position off him later on. But back to this. Profile down the inside. On Labiak. Wheel spin on exit. So here comes Matty again. Matty's clearly a pro at this by now. He's had so much practice in this race. Out of the 52 laps, out of the 51 laps he's raced so far in this race, I imagine he's done this same spiel at least 25 times. Maybe even 30 to 35. There's been so much defence and attack. Oh no! Propofol, that is the sporting thing to do right there. True sportsmanship, wait for Labiak. Because you don't want to kill a battle like this. You don't want to kill a battle. Trader Joe's 6 seconds behind. So the time was there to do it. Any movement from Propofol this time? Will he make a dive into turn 1 again? Labiak's wide from the apex. Propofol had to really pull tighter through the corner because he couldn't. His line was going to crash into Labiak's. The only vote so far for driver of the day is from Matthew Soriano, who says Togotoba for taking part in a race without finishing the championship for the 5th time. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Togotoba, Fonseca battling for P12. Fonseca will might still have some warm tyres from his spin a couple of laps ago. Togotoba will take advantage of that and takes P12. That's 4 points on the board. Don't worry about it, Mosquito. Don't worry. You've got the stream graphics as well, but I've come up with a solution for that. Beavos and Riley. They've spun. They're crashing into each other. They're both facing backwards at turn 3. They've got plenty of time to turn back around, but it's a race to see who can turn around fastest. And it's won by Beavos. Riley's going to rejoin and be passed by Jake Feemster, who will take P10. And will not even think to question what happened. Free position, I'll have it. 1 lap 56 of 61. Olivier still has a 3.5 second lead with no traffic in front of him. This looks like a pretty foregone conclusion by this point. Rob, on the other hand, has at least 1 car on the way. And is not looking stable on those tyres. He's been 28 laps on those tyres. He went pitted lap 28. So he's been longer than most on these tyres. Riley trying to recover and get that top 10 finish. On the back of Jake Feemster. Here's where he collided with Beebles, it seems, on the most recent lap, the previous lap. Fonseca, meanwhile, is together with Togo in the battle behind this one. I'll switch to this one as Riley goes down to the inside of Feemster. Kind of an even exit, but Riley's got the inside, so he'll take P10 for now. We're sort of missing the plane crash where they come together on the straight. Riley down the inside and we'll take P10. Or will he? Here comes Feemster back. Back past. Done. Or will he? Riley's got the hint. Oh. Fine margins and almost loses it through 2. Clearly on the edge. A lot of these drivers are on the edge. Here's the battle behind that. Fonseca's got a good one on Patovo out of turn number 3. Mosquito, I'll talk to you afterwards about talk to you after the race because I've got something. Cano spun from P16. Meanwhile, Togo almost going into the pit, into the wall on the left-hand side. Togo brakes later. Oh, Joy brake later, but he went deep, and Fonseca had to take evasive action into turn 1. And all this means is TC Gaming is catching up. 1.2 seconds there. Lap 59 has been started by Jack Olivier. Fonseca's got the outside for 5. This could work with a cutback and a good exit. Nope, didn't work. So I had a bad exit anyway. So this battle is still going. These guys are starting lap 59. Meanwhile, Jack Olivier is coming up towards turn 5 to start the penultimate lap of this race. Nothing to separate these two for P12. Toa's got the inside. Fonseca look cautious on the exit to try and just not get in the way, not tap or anything. Oh, what was that from Patoa? That was strange. Got all crossed up, but an excellent save. Fonseca will go to the outside at turn 3, which is something I didn't think isn't particularly normal for a successful move. Fonseca's still on the pavement. He's come off just in time because I mentioned at the top of the stream about the curbs there. Patoa's still at the inside line. Makes that move. As Propon and Labiak are side by side. These guys are starting lap 60 of 61. So they kind of need to sort their beef out pretty soon. This could be a really, really close finish between these two drivers. Settled by mere hundredths of a second. 2 laps to go for these guys. Oh, again, nearly Labiak goes. Labiak taps Propofol. Propofol's got a bad run, so that could be it for Labiak. Labiak's got P4 in the bag. Surely after this, unless Propofol's got something monumental in the bag. Or left in the tank. Olivier starts the final lap of this race. Once again, apart from the first sort of third of this race, unchallenged at the front. And Propofol is right there. He's close enough to make a challenge as these guys start the final lap of this race. But I'll have to switch back for a second with Olivier. He's coming out of the final corner. Jack Olivier has commanded another race in AF1. I think this is the 3rd race out of 4 that he's driven to win in Norisring. Excellent drive from him and takes the spin. Robert will come home in P2. Yardimja will come home in P3. But I want to look at the battle for P4 as these guys come through turn 2 and 3. Can Propofol find anything that might push him up into P4, or will this be Labiak's best finish of the season? Goes for a very risky dive! Not close enough! Worth a try! Well played from V Propofol there. Matty Labiak will take his best finish of the season, P4. V Propofol, P5. Trader Joe is going to come home for P6. Stunning race from him. Bertrand has already finished P7. Domingo 8th. Vivol's 9th. Riley 10th. Feemster 11th. Togo Patobo 12th. Fonseca 13th. TC Gaming 14th. Anto gets the final point in 15th. And out of the points we have Cano, Felipe Bustico, and I redacted retirements from Romanesh, and for the 4th time this season out of 5 races by Mythic. Fun and games. Small orgy at the runoff area. So the old track used to go. It went. Where did it go? The old track was the 50s version, which if you're able to get to it is amazing. You take a left, you take a right here, and then there's another left. Another left under the bridge. It's a bit higher than that. Left again. Am I missing something? Have I gone the wrong way? Oh, you keep turning left twice. Down all the way to the long version of the hairpin. Of turn 1, and then back up the straight again. I think that's it. And then there's a you double back on yourself down the end of here. That's the old version of Norisring, which I'd love to use it someday. 50s, 60s. I think it's the 60s one. Really good. But that's it for Norisring. Next week. Oh, next week's going to be something special. I'm going to try and line up this actually. Try and line up the track map and the. That'll do. Next week we try and break a curse. Back in October of 2020, we raced in season 4 of AF1 at Imola. And those of you that were there will know exactly why I mean it's a curse that needs to be broken. 20-car pileup at turn 2. If you thought Hungary turn 1 was bad today, just wait until you see the crash at Imola that happened this time. Last time we raced in Imola. I want to try and find it now. Switch to interviews for now. I bet you there's Polly waiting in the chat. Yeah, he's here already. Hello, Polly. I've now undeafened.
Hello. I was just wondering when it was going to happen.
Well, I thought I'd bring it to you while I looked for the AF1 Imola crash.
What?
I wanted to show the people on the stream what's coming next week.
Ah, right. Okay.
So I need to find that crash.
Okay. Well, until then, I'll just say first podium in AF1, so that's cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Here we are.
Had a lot of fun racing at the start with Trader Joe, and then just got ahead after that. And he started doing the same thing with Matty, so at least he got that. And then Matty got Propofoil to do it with. So.
Okay, I have the race. I have the thing ready, so I need to just switch over to something quickly.
Also, apparently there wasn't race control.
That is correct. I'm not happy.
Yeah, we didn't have any like crash that was 4 cars, but we did have 2 3-car crashes. So at least there's that, I guess. There wouldn't have been a safety car either way.
Yeah. Right, here is what happened with my commentary from October.
Oh boy.
Tamburello, yeah. Braking for the first corner, and Jens has the lead. Feimster, Dirty's got caught up with Feimster, and it's a pile up at turn number 3. 6, 7, 10, 12, all of the cars. Most of the rest of the field is caught up in this. The only people getting out of it alive are Bensman, Denoy and Paulson. All because Dirty got squeezed into the apex. Everybody's still recovering from it, including Ricardo, Smith, Nesh, Feimster, Greg. You can see them all at the bottom. Fonseca's already retired from this. Feimster's involved as well. He's taken the escape road around the outside of the Tamburello corner. Everybody else has got back going again. Dirty's the first of these cars to have got back going again. This has just got things going completely. I can already tell I'm a much better commentator than I was back then.
Yes.
Man, what a race.
Was that the race where we decided that, or well, y'all decided that safety cars. Yeah,
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. We decided on safety. We decided to bring in virtual safety cars after that.
Very nice.
The era of KMR began as a result of this.
And the real safety cars were after AF3 Road America, or was it after Bahrain?
The real safety cars were the friends we made along the way.
Of course.
Real safety cars came after I couldn't be bothered with virtual safety cars anymore and KMR. It's like, let's just do a real one.
It kept breaking as well.
Yeah, that's why I was fed up with KMR. But there we have it. That was the Imola crash. Bigger than Spa 98. Bigger than Hungary 2021. And we've got that curse to break next week. So good luck to everyone racing in that next week. I hope we have as many people as possible joining for that.
We're going to do the same thing. Let's go.
I mean, I'd like to see that as well.
I wouldn't. I'm racing.
Either or, you know. Anything can happen in AF1, and it normally does.
Yeah, if I don't die, that would be fun, but yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll call it for that, because my voice can't take any more.
You might want to bring in Jack and Rupper, seeing as, you know.
Why?
Well, they did well.
They did well. That's an understatement. No, I'm not going to bring them in because my voice can't take any longer. My voice can't take any more.
Okay.
Honestly, I am so hoarse. It's horrific.
Horse?
Horse. Yes, that's like a thing. That's a word. It's a word. HOARSE.
Right. Okay.
As for upcoming streams, that's it for this weekend of AF from Assetto Friends. We're back tomorrow for the Steward stream, normal time 6 p.m. UTC. We've got AF4, AFX, and AF1. That's going to be a long one, so hopefully my voice is recovered by then. Then, as for next week, we've got AF4 again. Round 2 is at Carolina Motorsports Park.
For what? AF4?
AF4.
Majura Valley Sprint.
Majura Valley Sprint. Oh, that's a good one. That was really fun car to drive in the Pragas, so absolutely join that. I will be back next Saturday for that race and also for the season finale of AFX, which I was really hoping to, shout, and Polly wins the title, but he won it early because he's shit.
A race early.
He won it early because he's shit, so I don't get to do that in Monaco. It's just a normal race. But it should be nice carnage in the MX-5, so do join that, absolutely. AF4 will be starting from 4 p.m. UTC and AFX starting from 6 p.m. UTC. Double feature on Saturday. And, of course, Sunday, as I say, we return for AF1 again at Imola for round 6 of 8. That would start at the same time we had today at about 5:30 UTC. Other than that, that's about it for this week.
I do just want to say one thing. For AFX, at first, I thought I was ahead in results. Then we thought
you were petrified.
Then there was Joao. We thought Joao was ahead. Then we noticed I was ahead by a slight margin. And then we noticed I was ahead by a decent margin. And then we noticed I was ahead by enough of a margin that I won.
Good maths.
Yes.
Well done, Polly, on the maths there. Congratulations.
No, it wasn't me. Thankfully, it wasn't me. I'm gonna thank Redacted.
You're gonna shut up now. I'm gonna mute you on the. Oh, there we go. You're muted. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Steward stream. Bye.